Hi, my name is Cindy Buys, and I am the Acting Associate Dean and a Professor of Law at Southern Illinois University School of Law. I'm also a member of the Illinois State Bar Association Committee on Women in the Law.
Hi, my name's Lori Levin, and I'm a sole practitioner in Chicago, and I am vice chair of the Illinois State Bar Association's Standing Committee of Women on the Law.
And we're here today to talk to you about the Equal Rights Amendment. In 1776, Abigail Adams wrote to her husband John Adams as he was going to draft the new Constitution, asking him and the other all-male delegates to the Constitutional Convention to remember the ladies and not to leave such unlimited power in the hands of their husbands. Unfortunately, the men at the Constitutional Convention did not heed Abigail Adams' words, and women were left out of the Declaration of Independence, the Articles of Confederation, and the new Constitution. Women could not vote, serve on juries, own property, attend college, or exercise many other basic rights. And even after the Civil War in 1868, when Congress and the country adopted the 14th Amendment, including the Equal Protection Clause, the justices of the Supreme Court initially did not include women in the protection of the Equal Protection Clause. And so women continued to not be able to exercise many of their basic civil liberties. While the Supreme Court today has extended a measure of protection under the Equal Protection Clause to women, they have not done so in the same way that they have done with other groups. And there are still Supreme Court justices today who do not believe the Equal Protection Clause applies to women because that was not its original intent. And so, we still need an Equal Rights Amendment. The Constitution does not mention discrimination based on sex or gender at any point.
What would the Equal Rights Amendment do? Well, the Equal Rights Amendment would ensure that women have the same equal protection rights as other specific specialized groups do throughout the country.
We have federal statutes that protect against discrimination based on sex, but those federal statutes don't cover all groups under all circumstances. So the Equal Rights Amendment would help to fill the gaps in those federal statutes to make sure that women are receiving the same protection wherever they are at all times.
The Equal Rights Amendment would would be a lasting insurance that women would receive the exact same protection under the Constitution. Statutes at this point have been very helpful in moving forward women's and equal rights. However, statutes may be repealed. It is a lot more difficult to repeal something that is within the United States Constitution.
And the Equal Rights Amendment could help resolve the gender pay gap that still exists. And so there are many reasons why, even though we have statutes, and even though many years have passed since the Equal Protection Amendment was adopted, we still need an Equal Rights Amendment to make sure that there is not discrimination based on sex or gender.
What have the efforts been with respect to the Equal Rights Amendment? Well, the Equal Rights Amendment passed the Congress in the 1970s, and a number of states ratified the Equal Rights Amendment quickly. But then things stymied, and as of last year, we needed only 3 more states to guarantee equal rights for women and gender under the United States Constitution. Last year, Nevada ratified the ERA. This year, there are efforts to make sure that Illinois has its own Equal Rights Amendment in our state constitution, but if a citizen from Illinois, a female, sues under federal legislation, it may or may not be covered that the woman would be treated equally. So Illinois is, there's a measure in our General Assembly to in fact have our state ratify the Equal Rights Amendment this year. What have we done here? The Women in the Law Committee brought forth a proposal to the Illinois State Bar Association, and this association unanimously agreed that we need to ratify, the state of Illinois needs to ratify the Equal Rights Amendment. The United States is one of the few nations in the world that does not guarantee equal rights to women in their Constitution. We need to, in this century, we need to ensure that. And we urge all of you, many women don't even realize that equal rights aren't guaranteed in the Constitution. There are women lawyers who aren't part of our committee or this association who don't realize that. But you, the public, now know that, and we urge you to support the women.